Hey everyone, it's Emily and this is Emmylou Arts, and I am so excited because today I'm going to show you how I made a laminated dashboard. This is nothing groundbreaking and new. I followed other tutorials, but I am so ecstatic about how it turned out. So it's laminated, and this one fit around both of my week's covers, or my week's inserts, and now I'm going to work on one for my monthly insert, and I will show you exactly what I do to get it done. What I love about this is that you can customize the thickness so that it fits around as many inserts as you need it to, so stay tuned. Alrighty, let's get started. So I am just showing you the laminating sheets that I picked out at Office Depot. I think it was Office Depot. There was a plethora of options. I chose the cheaper of the options, and this one requires a laminating machine. There were options that were, you didn't need the machine, but I borrowed a laminator from my friend Kate. Thanks, Kate. And I want to laminate all the things. So this pack was about $13 for 10 pockets, which I think is a pretty good deal considering they're like $9, $7 a piece from different shops. So I took one sheet, one laminating pouch, and I'm just cutting off that rounded edge with my rotary cutter. And then I'm taking my Traveler's Notebook insert. This is a standard size. I'm just taking a flare pen and I'm marking the width and the height on it so that I can trim it to be exactly that size. And what we're doing is just making the pocket that will be on the front and the back of the dashboard, in which you insert your cover paper, or you can just use it as a pocket to store little bits and bobs and stickers. So that's what we're doing right now. So I'm just trimming it up, and I like to sew very rudimentarily. Is that a word? So I have this mat and rotary cutter, and I'm probably breaking a sacred sewing covenant by using my rotary cutter on something other than fabric. So shh, don't tell anyone. I just took the squares that I just cut, and I'm using them as a template to cut another two. Now, laminating sheets are a pocket, so there's actually 2 layers on that little sheet. So that first one gave me 2, and now cutting on this will give me 4. So for each pocket, I will show you, you need a layer of 2 sheets. So this will all become clear in a moment. So I grabbed a fresh pocket, one that hadn't been cut, and so you can see these are what I cut. There's with the pouch, it's 2 layers, and there's shiny side and there's a dull side on each of them. And you want to sandwich the shiny sides together.
Shiny together, shiny together.
So I'm turning them around, that's the dull side, and I'm putting the shiny sides together. To make a pocket, this is what you do. Shiny sides together, dull sides out. All right, so I'm just stacking those up, and then boom, there's the laminator. This is what I borrowed from a friend, and I don't know much about laminators, but this one worked awesome. So I just turned it on to heat it up, and then I chose the 5 mil, or the thicker of the 2, because I thought that would make it hotter and that it would stick better. I have no idea if that is good logic. That's just what I did. So this is my another sheet of the laminating pouch, and you can see that it opens up. See, there's the shiny side, and there's arrows that tell you how it goes into the laminator. And then it peels apart. Boom, like that. And the inside is the dull side. Boop. So I'm just balancing it there, and then I'm taking the little pocket size sheets that I cut out, and I'm laying them out on this sheet as if they were kind of the template for my Traveler's Notebook. So I'm you have to really pay attention and line them up in this step. So that's your pocket with your shiny sides together, and just lay it down on the piece of lamination. Towards the top, it can almost like line up with the top edge, it doesn't matter. I like to leave a little bit, probably like a centimeter on the side so that I can trim it up. But it's fiddly work. It's very fiddly work. See how I'm leaving it about a centimeter from the edge, and it's very close to the top, which is just fine because we're gonna make a slit there anyway so that it opens on the top. So that's okay. And then I'm laying down the next little set that I cut, and there's my big noggin right in the way. You can't see what I'm doing. But what I'm doing is just lining them up. Look, I even got myself all ready for you today. Fanciest outfit, fanciest hair. So I'm just lining them up on the edge towards the top. Get everything lined up so that it's even on both sides and that you have a little space in the middle. You'll see when this big oaf moves out of the frame that there's a space in between those pockets, probably like a centimeter. Now, if you were making this dashboard to fit over multiple inserts, you would want to make that space in the middle between the two pockets a little bit wider, because that's what's the spine kind of your dashboard. So the thinner you make it, the less inserts it will fit around. So, and I kind of discovered it worked a little bit better if I kind of got them lined up and then put the top down sort of and line them up as I went. And you just want to make them as even as you can. And that's all I have to say about that. Can you tell I'm very great at tutorials? Very great. So then you very carefully lift up your pouch with your pockets in the middle and feed it through the laminator. This made me want to get a laminator badly. I would just laminate everything. Like, don't stand still too long. I might laminate you. It's just so fun. It's so fun. And then it comes out the other side, boom, laminated. And in all the tutorials that I watched, everyone seemed to run it through the laminator more than once. I don't know why. I guess they thought it just made it extra sturdy. So that's what it looked like. And I actually ran it through a second time, but I didn't show you that. So that's what you're left with. And now I'm going to show you the magic of how you create the pockets. So I'm taking my rotary cutter and I'm trimming the three sides so that they're close, so that there's not a whole bunch of extra laminating sheet on there. But you don't want to get too close to the pockets, or else you'll cut through like, where it's fused, and then it'll be an open pocket. Guilty, did that. Yeah, it's not what you want, because then you don't have a pocket. So leave, about a millimeter past where it's fused so that you don't cut into the lamination. And cutting off this big old hunk there. So that's the three sides, and then I'm going to cut where they were lined up with the top of the laminating sheet. This is where your pockets are going to be open. So on this side, you can cut into the lamination just a hair, just a hair. You don't want to take off a whole bunch of height from it, but just enough that it'll open up those slits, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So there it is, trimmed up. And see, I cut into the lamination, so it opened up the little pocket there. And then this is a piece of vellum, and I trimmed it down, and see, now it will just slide right into the pocket. Oh, you guys, this makes my nerdy heart just swell with happiness. Oh, I love pockets and laminating. So that's the front and the back. And the great thing about these is they're, reusable. It's not permanently laminated in there. So you could change it seasonally. You could change it to your heart's desire. So there's the dashboard, and what I'm doing is I'm just going in that little center spine section and I'm cutting the tiniest little triangle out because that's where your elastics are going to sit for your traveler's notebook, and they're going to make your lamination, going to make the plastic like bunch up and be all weird and crunchy there. And so that little cutting that little V in there makes it so that your elastics don't ruin it. And I put it around my insert, and now I'm just using my little scissors to round the corners because my corner rounder is garbage. Garbage. So I need to get a decent one on Amazon. It's just one of those things that I always forget when I'm on my Amazon sprees. I always forget to look up a corner rounder, but maybe I'll go do that now. Just what my family needs. Another package from Amazon on the doorstep. Anyway, we all have our things, right? So rounding those corners and then slipping it in around my insert and then through the elastics. And you know what I love about this is because it makes this little insert so easy to just take out, and I could slip this little insert with its little dashboard in my purse and it's more protected, which I think is so cool. So now you can see my monthly insert and my 2 weekly inserts are wrapped with their dashboards, and they just look so cute. So cute. Oh my goodness. And the cool thing is I can slip things in that little pocket in the back if I want, like whatever I need. So that's kind of handy. So there's the back of my monthly and the front of my weekly, and it fits around both of my weekly inserts because I made that little space in the spine a little bit bigger. So how cool is that? How freaking cool is that? And then I have a running insert and a notes insert that I'm going to go crazy and laminate covers for those later. So don't you worry. Now I am going to show you what I'm doing with these little excess pieces from when I cut the sheets for the pockets. It left about probably a 2.5-inch little strip, that's the word I'm looking for, on the side of laminating pocket that I didn't want to go to waste. So I'm going to make bookmarks for my inserts to mark where I am, my current week and the current month, because I have those little tabs, but they were annoying me. So I thought, let's try a bookmark. And these scrapbook papers are from the Simple Stories Freezin season, and I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. I got them from scrapbooking.com, and they were like 20% off, I think, and I absolutely love them. I think they're the cutest things in the whole world, and it's making me excited about winter. So I just cut a little strip, like a 2-inch strip of the scrapbook paper. And then this is the sheet of stickers, and I'm just picking out stickers and I'm sticking them on the bookmark, just willy-nilly. I didn't really plan this out. This was sort of off the cuff. So you could do whatever you want. You could make your own art on there. You could write on there. You could make it plain and make it a place where you could write with like dry erase marker and make lists or little notes, stuff like that. But I just wanted all the stickers because they're so damn cute. So sticking the stickers on there, and I make a mistake on this because I was going to trim where I had put that tab on the top next to the pink. I meant to trim so that the pink wasn't sticking up behind the tab, and then I forgot to do it before I stuck it through the laminator because I was so damn excited to laminate it. So don't be like me and get overly excited. So I'm sticking in some words and seeing how many stickers one person can put on a bookmark. And then, see, I was going to trim those corners, got too excited. And I wrote week on here, and obviously was having some troubles. You want to write this with like a permanent pen because this is my Sakura microperm pen, and it actually sticks on these stickers without smearing. So I had tried with a Flair pen before that, and it worked miserably. So there's that little scrap of laminating pocket, and I'm just tucking my little bookmark in there. I conveniently forgot to trim the top before I did. And I stuck it in that way. Don't ask me why. I could have stuck it in, the long ways, which I did. Stick it in a few times, trying different directions. And it worked just fine. So there is my little bookmark. Isn't it so cute? And now I'm just trimming off the excess lamination. And this is just like the pockets. Don't get too close to where it's fused, because then you'll ruin it. So don't do that. And then I think I'm gonna round my corners the poor man's way, like you saw me do before. Just trimming off that excess. And then I remember that I forgot to trim it, and I kicked myself in the rumpus. But whatever, it's fine, it's fine. I made another one after this, and I did remember to trim that one. I'm going to give you a walkthrough pretty soon of my completed sort of new setup that's making me very excited. So there's my week bookmark, and see how it just sticks up on the top a little bit and marks my week. It's not too obtrusive. It's sort of even with the top of the Traveler's Notebook, which I love. And that's it. That's how I made my laminated dashboards and my little laminated bookmark. So I'm so glad that you guys were here today. Please subscribe and like and leave me a comment and tell me, do you have a laminator?
I think I need one.